In this class of business environment and ethical practices, we'll be talking about environmental scanning and monitoring, and we'll learn the tools and techniques. These are the tools and techniques which can be used for environmental scanning: SWOT, PASTEL, and five forces model. There are certain other techniques that we'll be discussing later on in this slide only, in this PPT only. But let's start with SWOT. SWOT basically stands for S strength, W weakness, O opportunity, and T threat. These four components, if studied properly, it can help an organization to understand where it stands, what are the good things and what are the bad things, both within and outside the organization. In this model, these four factors as WOT, two factors are internal, which are strength and weakness. On the other end, two factors are external, which are opportunity and threat. Strengths are something that a company is good at and it lies within the company. For example, brand identity, competitive advantage or pioneer advantage, cost advantage, or continuous business improvement. Apart from that, there could be other things as well, like financial stability, the good range of products, sound distribution channel, and number of things can be there. Weakness is just opposite to it. That's something which a company is not good at. Like it could be low profit margin if the company is doing sales, but the margin it is earning on that sale is not good. Then it's a weakness. Seasonality, wherein the products are seasonal in nature, and one point of time company is doing good, but as the season goes away, the company faces problems. Opportunities are basically something which lies outside the organization, which is uncontrollable and not in the hands of organization, like diversification of e-commerce business. It happened and it gave opportunity to lot many business organization to expand their horizons into the domain of e-commerce. Continuously increasing awareness of its own brand products and services if a company can do so, and in this comes handy the new technologies, internet penetration and all. Expansion of local businesses, if it is happening and happening at a good pace, the organization can surely take advantage of it. And promotion of strategic cooperation with affiliated industries. Other opportunities could be if a new market is emerging, or if the government is relaxing its norms related with investments or operation in certain sectors. Like recently, in the recent past, the Indian government opened defense sector for certain level of foreign direct investment. So that's an opportunity. Threat could be something which is not in favor of the organization and lies outside the organization, like loss of profits due to low profit margins, or patent infringement, e-commerce industry barriers, cyber security issues, or there could be political instability, presence of or entry of a big player into a particular segment, and these things. So in this, we can say on the basis of study of these four factors, a organization can surely understand its environment in a good manner. Second method is pastel analysis. Herein, the prime focus is on all the macro factors which lies outside the organization and which are the part of macro environment. These are political, like government policy, tax policy, foreign trade policy, labor laws, terrorism and military considerations, environmental laws, funding grants and initiatives, trade restrictions, or fiscal policy, etc. And the larger the size of businesses, higher will be the degree of impact of these factors. Then economic, which economic growth, interest rates, exchange rates, inflation, disposable income of the consumer, disposable income of the business, taxation, interest taxes, interstate taxes, sorry, wages rate, financing capabilities, the growth pattern of the economy, the fiscal and monetary implications. All these things comes into the part of economic factor. Then social factors, undoubtedly population growth, age distribution, health consciousness, career attitudes, and so on and so forth. It is quite important. Like India has that demographic advantage over other countries which it is competing with. So this demographic advantage gives a window to our country to do business at a larger level. Then technological, especially in today's era, technological environment plays a very vital role. Like technology is related with the production of goods and services. What are the emerging technologies? Technological maturity, or we can say diffusion of innovation or diffusion of technology also comes into the picture. Then technology is related with distribution of goods and services. Target market communication, like in the recent past, we have seen more and more companies are communicating with their target segments with the help of mobile. Then comes potential copyright infringements. In case it is related with technological part, then it can be considered. Increased training to use innovation and potential return on investment. Then comes environmental. Especially in today's era, environmental factor has gained a dominant position. So we have to see the decline of raw materials. If the raw material is such, which is a natural component, and if the resources are depleting, then we have to keep a check onto that. Pollution and greenhouse gas emissions, and then promoting positive business ethics and sustainability, reduction of the carbon footprint of the organization, and so on and so forth. And last but not the least is legal factors. Legal uh, boundaries that the organization, that the government has set in terms of health and safety, in pursuit of providing equal opportunities, advertising standards, consumer rights, and all. So all these six factors are to be studied, and this entire matrix or this entire picture can draw a very good understanding of how the environment is, what are the opportunities, and what are the threats. In Pastel, we don't consider the internal factors here. Last but not the least, one of the most widely used uh, model is Michael Porter's five forces model. Michael Porter suggested that there are five forces which defines or drives any industry, and these are: first one, rivalry among existing competitors; bargaining power of buyers; threat of substitute; bargaining power of suppliers; and threat of new entrants. Like rivalry among existing customers, competitors. So here we need to see what is the number of competitors in a particular segment, diversity, like how diverse they are, what is the industry concentration, like how many players are big players, what kind of market share they have captured, and how many small players are there, and so on and so forth. Quality differences, what are the quality differences in terms of product. Then comes brand loyalty, barriers to exit, and switching cost. Barriers to entry will also be considered here. Threat of new entrants. New entrants, undoubtedly, if we talk about any industry, any segment, the kind of new entrants coming into the segment can actually change the picture altogether. So, threat of new entrants, we see barriers to entry, economies of scale, brand loyalty, capital requirements, cumulative experience, government policies, access to distribution channels, and switching cost. And it is quite important to study all these factors in a very good manner. Then bargaining power of buyers, like how many customers are there in particular segment, size of each customer order, like if they are buying in volumes or they are buying small volumes, what they are buying, like. And then differences between competitors, price sensitivity, what kind of price sensitivity the customers have, on the basis of which we can draw if the demand is elastic or inelastic. Then buyer's ability to substitute. Cost of switching undoubtedly plays a very important role. Then comes bargaining power of suppliers. Herein we see what is the number and size of suppliers, how they are unique with their product, and what is the focal company's ability to substitute these suppliers. And last but not the least, threat of substitute products, wherein we check number of substitute products available, buyers' propensity to substitute, relative price performance, switching cost. Again, here also switching cost matters to the buyer and to the company both. So if we go through, we study all these 5 factors, we can draw a picture what exactly the industry is like and what are the probabilities or chances of survival and growth there. Some other key techniques for environmental scanning are executive opinion method, wherein the executive are asked for their opinion and they give their opinion on the basis of these opinions. Certain decisions can be made. Then expert opinion method. In this methodology, in this type of environmental scanning, an expert from outside the organization is called in to give a better and unbiased opinion about the business environment. Then third one is Delphi method, wherein with the help of a questionnaire, similar conclusions are to be drawn. Like if there is a difference of opinion from the like in the case of like there are multiple experts, then on the basis of these questionnaires, these experts are asked to give their advice, and this questionnaire thing happens again and again till they all come to a unanimous decision. Extrapolating method, and this method, the past information is used to predict the future, a very basic one, and different methods are used to extrapolate the future, like time series, trend analysis, and regression analysis. For this, proper statistical understanding has to be there. Then next is intuitive reasoning, wherein on the basis of intuition, the environment is understood and scanned. Although not a good approach, but intuition always plays at least some role in the decision making. Then comes scenario building. Scenarios are the picture of possible future. They are built on the basis of time-ordered sequence of events that have logical cause and effect relationship with each other. And last but not least is cross-impact metrics, wherein the environmental forecasts are done through various methods which are combined to form an integrated and consistent description of future. Thank you.